well, figured start this video. So, Firo's dead, and then I did a base build in my truck, and then Paul's been thinking about doing like a mini truck thing, and then like when we were looking at them, I found a truck that I like. So let me introduce you to an '89 Chevy S10 with bags. So she's a little rough around the edges, but she's got good bones. So the frame is in great condition, and all the bag system works. We got to go through all of it pretty much. Right now I'm dealing with one of the things that I did find, one of their patch jobs. This guy, yeah, this was covering a hole in the fuel tank, and apparently it decided to give up. It is a 4.3 V6. It is carbureted, so we get to play around with that stuff. She needs to be cleaned up. I'll flip the camera around here and we'll show her. Alrighty, so went and picked up the stuff to rebuild the throttle body injection stuff. I got the seal all, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole. I'm going to drill the pinhole out, and then I'm going to actually just throw a rivet in it with this stuff on it. And then once that's done, then I'll just put a little bit more of this over the top of it. We'll call that today. Got some carbon choke cleaner, because when we pull out the IAC, then I can clean it with that. And we got a new filter. So, alrighty, let's get to it. So here's the motor. She's a little dirty. The filter's seen a little better days, but yeah. So basically, we got to pull this guy off and get it rebuilt. Apparently, that if it's running like crap, that's probably the cause in these things. Or apparently, if it has that. So there's two like big ass injectors in there. So yeah, so basically there's two injectors in here, and yeah, I mean that's essentially how it works. So not really much more to say. So go ahead and get this thing taken apart and get it rebuilt, and then put it back in and hope it runs good. Alrighty, so got it off. Thing's interesting for sure. So these are your two injectors. I don't really know anything other than that. It's got the two throttle bodies on there. So yeah, go ahead and start taking all this crap off and get it cleaned up. So let's do that. So you go ahead and take all these out. You got the 3 long ones and then the 5 shorter ones. Alrighty, so I pulled the 2 gas fittings, and then I pulled the 3 bolts that hold this guy on, and then this thing should come off like so. Definitely an old brittle gasket. So, alright, keep going. Alrighty, take the 4 bolts that are holding this guy on there. This diaphragm's kind of messed up. I don't know if it is supposed to be 2 pieces, and that guy is. I guess that is wobbly on that one. I'm not sure if it's 2 pieces, but there's all this junk in there. So, okay, so that's apart. I got the injectors out. Then you got like these O-rings and a screen that you pull off and replace. So, but yeah, I'll keep going, see what we find. Alrighty, so go ahead, put your new screen, O-ring on. Then there's a little metal washer that goes underneath here. Well, it's a big washer, same size as O-ring. Then you put the O-ring on. Then there's this notch, and if you look in there, there's a notch there. So you just put this guy in, the notch lined up, like so. So that's that. Alright, so that was really fun. So basically, if you just compress the spring all the way, put a zip tie on it, and then once you get it compressed all the way in there, then you can just pretty much get the screw started. So yeah, this is real fun. So get all those holes lined up, and you're good to go. It's like Christmas out here. Holy crap, I got a whole box full of crap. We got the new pump and sending unit, all Rock Auto, so that was so cheap. And we got a new tank, new sending unit, new fuel pump. We've got new distributor, plug wires, spark plugs. We got some new headlights because this side was burnt out. I believe that was about it. I think I got some wiper blades because they were literally like $1. So a couple of little odds and ends, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get this put back together and hopefully get this thing back in the truck, and maybe we'll see if it runs today. That'd be great. We got some new fuel line. So yeah, let's do this. So imagine getting the tank into here, and then when you're like trying to tighten a bolt way up in there, and then like, because the ratchet itself is kind of junk, well, it's just whatever, it doesn't hold the socket. Yeah, and then it falls off, like the socket falls off of it, and you're like, wow, crap, that sucks. I don't know if you can hear that, but my socket is inside the tank. Motherfucker. Guess what? That socket has now been sacrificed to this fuel tank. It lives! Alrighty, so we kind of just going to town, ripping this thing apart, because some of this wiring is interesting at best. So yeah, like we got this concoction. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull all the speaker crap out, because I don't trust it. Oh yeah, dude, it goes up under the dash. There's some electrical tape crap going on there, so yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull all that out. Apparently, Paul looked these things up. Apparently these things are worth a pretty penny. I guess we'll see what pretty penny I get out of them, but I don't know, people looking for house speakers. Yeah, they're for a house. These things weigh like 5 fucking pounds. They ain't no joke. Like, this is literally some thick ass metal. So yeah, and then I have this little California 3600 in it, which is like 600 watts. So, but that's probably not what it actually makes. Probably like 300 or 400, but yeah, so pretty much going to start gutting all this. The door poppers aren't... So we did some investigation of the door poppers. When you push the button, it clicks the relays. So that means that's working. And technically, I guess when you clicked it, I voltmetered some power at this one. So it's probably still the problem. But I know I had some pull out of this thing. So we're probably going to end up having to put some ring terminals and stuff on there, because that is actually a pretty nice fuse box that we got going on right here. So we'll definitely keep that, but we'll definitely try and clean up the shenanigans in here. We actually found, because I was like, it would be really awesome if we could get an amp that has Bluetooth in it, so I could just do all of it through that. And sure shit, that exists, so somebody else already thought of it. So I'll probably pick up something like that, and then just throw like some speakers in here and just give us a little basic thing. There's enough room in here for me to fucking put... Oh yeah, dude, you could put a decent box. I could probably put like 2 8s in there, or just 1 8 would probably be more than enough for this cabin.
The whole wall and then put a port. That'd be a lot of area.
Yeah, just like put the sub over here and then port it on that side or something.
Yeah,
and then like you could probably make it so you can mount all your, like you probably put like some 6x9s in the top here or something.
That sounds pretty good.
So I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening, but it could be neat, because I mean, it's low and slow for now. We're not going to really worry about motor yet. It's either a 6.0 LS or a 350. I know if I give you guys that option, you guys are literally all going to say LS, but I think a 350 would look nice in there, and it's a little bit more era specific. Not like that matters to anybody, but I think it looks good. basically it all comes down to what I end up doing, what deal falls in my lap, essentially, because that's really what it all comes down to. But yeah, so let's get all this wiring out and shut up. Look at this beaut. I already cut one side, but yeah, if you ever need to get your speakers mounted, just go ahead and just string those right up to your screen guard, and voila. So this has been adventurous. All right, came out to, holy crap, it's kind of raining, but came out here and the compressors aren't working, and I think I found the problem. This guy is definitely supposed to be attached to that pin. So I'll swap it out, clean up some of these connections. We'll definitely have to redo all this wiring because this really shouldn't be exposed because this is not weatherproof, obviously. So let's get this swapped out and hopefully that fixes it. Alrighty, so got a new one on there and done. I'm probably gonna toss a fucking, like a bag or something over this just to weatherproof it. I'm probably also gonna throw some electrical tape or something around all these. I could do shrink tubing, but I'm kind of lazy, so. But yeah, so we'll do that, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's not supposed to move either. So we need some new shocks. We need to figure out that. And then I was dragging the ass end and put a hole in that. I plan to get rid of that one anyhow. I'd like to have like maybe dual of those if I do need to have 2 tanks. And then move all of these solenoids to here and just make them look pretty. I also need to get another one because I'd like to make the rears independent instead of having it one. That's really all I found. Like, I've tried putting some new connectors on here because this front one doesn't like to raise up fast. But otherwise, so far so good. Just slowly but surely finding things. She cruises good. She does a 1-wheel burnout, that side. So at some point we need to do like maybe a locker or something like that. But yeah, guess that's my update for meow. Alrighty, so got my headlamp on. So this is what a normal one should be. This is the one off the passenger side that I already replaced. I'm pressing really hard. Yeah, it doesn't even move, and it literally takes no effort to move this. So pretty much they both seized. So I've already went ahead and did the other side. I even put in poppers. So like before, if you were to do it, it wouldn't open. You'd have to like hold on to it. So now when you press the button, this guy pops the door out, and then obviously we got the new one right there. So the only downside is you do gotta give her a little oomph. I mean, you already had to, so, but yeah, works pretty good. And then if you guys remember, I dragged through the drain plug on the back tank, and that's this one. It's nice and full of like this, looks like fucking makeup. But yeah, so rubbed a little hole through it. So I went ahead and replaced that. I'm airing it up right now. We're gonna see if we got any leaks anywhere else. Yeah, so I've got this door. I cannot figure out how to get these fucking door handles off to save my life. So right now, I'm gonna get this one out and replaced. We'll drill the hole for the popper, put that in, rivet it in, and we'll be done with the poppers. We'll have poppers again. So, too easy. Too easy. Alright, so far, holy crap. So far, it used to be routed through there and then went through the wall and wasn't even straight through. So, went through here and drilled a hole through like a rust hole that was already kind of there. So, the rust is gone now, so win-win. Ran it through, kind of got it looped till I get some more lugs to make this shorter. And yeah, so I'm slowly but surely cleaning up. So this is the module for the poppers. Then these go to relays, which I'll mount right here. So we're gonna mount this and have the relays right next to each other. So now I got all the wires tucked right behind there, so it looks real nice. Downside is I am sending self-tappers, and I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, they're going through. When I pull the truck bed off, then we will do nuts and bolts, or weld or something. Probably just weld and then do nuts or something. But yeah, it's not a big deal. So for now, that'll do. And yeah, so I just figured show you before I get it all done. And yeah, so let's keep going. Alrighty, and there is the finished product. Not too bad, not the greatest thing, but I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, got that, and then the two relays. They're not just prong things. They've got actual connectors on them. Like, this is the only thing that I kind of wish I would redo, but we'll see. If I could get it to like mount like this, I'd be happy with it. So next we'll have to redo the compressors. It does sound like they're both working now. I saw the other connector while I was working on this stuff on this side, and it is also pretty corroded, so I'm assuming when it was wet it didn't want to work, but it is working now. So yeah, I do need to find out if I can get rid of that rear tank. It'd be nice if I could just have this one. I believe this is a 3-gallon. So but if I could get away with just having the one, I'd be happy with that. If not, do 2 of these same style and just put them next to each other back here, so I can get rid of the one back there. But yeah, so that's what I've got so far. I guess we might as well call it the video here. So here is the new 89 Chevy S10. She's on bags. It's just manual controlled right now. It has a 4.3 V6 in it. It's automatic, sadly. And then it has 89 Camaro rear end, I guess. And the frame's been notched. Hopefully you guys can see all that. I know it's dark, but yeah. Slowly but surely it's getting there. Just need to redo some of the wiring. We need to redo the wiring for the compressors. We need to redo the wiring for the toggle switches. I would like to get a controller that I could control off my phone for it, but we will see on that. I'm also going to get some titanium blocks for bolt to that, so that way we can throw some frames or some sparks when we drag frame. I'm going to be getting rid of these wheels. I'm not a fan of them. They're 15s and 14s. We want to get rid of that. I don't like that. We're going to have 17s all around. I think that should make it look, because this is all the way aired out. This is on the frame right now. So, not a fan. And then other things that might happen. So we've got this Chevy emblem here. I'm thinking about making an infinity mirror for that. We're going to get some halo headlights. I might make some infinity marker lights. We'll see. And then the tail lights, kind of in the air if I'm going to do infinities or not for them. I can, but we'll see. Probably not, just because it's not going to be easy, but we'll see. Yeah, other than that, not too bad. Alright guys, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. And let me know what you think of it.